resident service coordination became recognized as an important part of property management through successful demonstration programs in the early 1990s. PVM was one of the first organizations in Michigan to employ this valuable resource in its affordable communities. Today, service coordination at PVM primarily is funded by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, or HUD, either through a grant or the village operating budget. PVM currently has 22 villages with service coordinators. Service coordinators are instrumental in ensuring residents have the opportunity, the resources, and the tools to age well, mind, body, and spirit. There are two primary ways we do this: by helping residents access services available in the community, and by coordinating programs and services to meet the needs and desires of the residents. Our service coordinators have experience in human services, and most have a bachelor's degree in a related field. Some are social workers, although that's not a requirement for the role. New service coordinators are required to have 36 hours of training their first year and 12 hours of continuing education each year after. When the service coordination program started, service coordinators were available to residents on an as-needed basis. Under an enhanced model, service coordinators proactively communicate with each resident annually to give the resident an opportunity to assess their needs to better determine if there are services or supports they might benefit from to enhance their quality of life. Residents have the option to opt out of this assessment through a non-participation agreement. However, most residents choose to take the opportunity to meet with the service coordinator and discuss any changes in their activities of daily living needs, review entitlement benefits, or discuss any concerns about future aging in place. In addition to the annual assessment opportunity that's part of enhanced service coordination, service coordinators also work with the resident's healthcare team to support a resident's transition home from the hospital or rehab, ensuring any needed services or supports are in place. I can tell you about what service coordination looks like, but this testimonial from a longtime PVM service coordinator will give you a glimpse into the daily work with a real-world example.
Hello, my name is Denise Gelombardo, and I am a service coordinator for Presbyterian Villages of Michigan, Warren Glen, and I have been here for 8.5 years. A few weeks ago, a resident was sent a denial letter from the Department of Human Services, which handles Medicaid and food stamps. I noticed on the back of the denial letter that she was making an income of $2,000 a month, and I knew that was a big mistake. What I did was I called a Department of Human Services supervisor who looked at the case and said, oh my gosh, her income was accidentally entered in twice. We are going to restore her food stamps. She should be receiving that within the next 2 weeks. The resident was very relieved, as she is low income, and it would make it very difficult for her to be without food stamps. This is why you need a service coordinator, to be an advocate for the resident and also help navigate a complicated system because it is through the state government of Michigan. Her food stamps were reinstated, and the resident is glad that this had a positive outcome. Thank you.
PVM service coordinators use a documentation system called Ask Online. Ask Online is web-based software wherein we document any services provided to residents. We transitioned to Ask Online October 1st, 2021. Ask Online provides useful data not just for providing the required information to HUD and for quality assurance, but also for being strategic in the programs and services we offer and can develop in the future. For example, this is system-wide data derived from all PVM resident assessments for the past 8 months. Pictured here are the top health complications that residents have reported. With this information, Ask Online generates another report that gives best practice ideas for wellness classes, events, or services that a service coordinator can offer to address the chronic conditions highlighted. In addition to the one-on-one support offered to residents, Service coordinators are required to offer a minimum of 12 wellness opportunities at their village each year. While these are opportunities for residents to improve their health outcomes and to foster community at the village, these wellness classes and events also are the way in which service coordinators foster local partnerships. Some example of these collaborations of PVM service coordinators include those with local colleges or universities. Village of Redford and Village of Oakland Woods have partnered with Wayne State University to offer functional fitness and mindfulness training. Hampton Meadows collaborated with Saginaw State University to have occupational therapies students work with residents. Service coordinators coordinate health fairs at their village. They organize food banks, such as at the Village of Peace Manor, to increase resident access to fresh fruits and vegetables, meat, and shelf-stable food. Service coordinators host meetings with elected officials and community groups to encourage connection to the greater community. They coordinate healthcare and immunization clinics, and so much more. Really, there's no limit to the creativity that PVM service coordinators employ in offering these wellness opportunities to their residents based on residents' need in the specific villages. And finally, on behalf of the team, I want to thank you for taking time to learn more about service coordination at PVM.